Okay guys, I finally found a new version of Ryu and I can compare with the previous one. On the left is the old version from last year and on the right is the new version. Now first the box. As before, the first release shows all three figures that were intended for Series 1 on the back of the box, while the new version only shows the figure within this particular box. The front of the boxes is pretty much the same one. This new one has, maybe because it's an international release found here in Canada, it has two different warning signs in English and French. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. And we can also take a look at the, it says a lot about my lack of interest regarding these additional extra faces that I never bothered to take it out of the box. You can see my reflection there. Hello. So yeah, this is the old version and the new version. And the new version, just like with Fei Long before, that we saw in this channel, the paint seems to be more of a matte, has more of a matte finish and less shading overall. The Hadoken effect is more vibrant blue. The old one is lighter. Interesting. Something I have to mention is that this action figure line sees constant running changes. So right now we are taking a look at one sample of the original release of Ryu and one sample of the current one. But in truth, you compare this one with the ones that have been made since the start of the line until say first half of this year, and you will find considerable differences between them. For example, the Gi is a little bit darker in tone compared to the new one, right? This is a darker white, but this is actually my second Ryu that I have. This is my third, and the previous one that I had also had similar coloring as the new one. So it's not like the new version is necessarily lighter, has a lighter white Gi. It's just compared to this particular sample. In terms of the skin color, the new one, the chest area and also the feet are more matte. It is also lighter on the new one. Again, the shading is a bit more obvious on the new one. I guess because of the matte finish. And the symbols on the belt look also different. Like in the new one, they look thicker and different tone of yellow. The real difference, the one that for sure you will find between the old release and the new release, is the faces. And on first instance, the main difference is the coloring. Again, on this sample, you can see some different coloration between the face and the neck and the torso. And this wasn't the case in my previous version of Ryu. It looked more uniform. So again, keep that in mind, alright? In a general sense, the older version looks a bit more shiny, like this one, and with some shading, right? So more shading, and like trying to make it a bit more realistic. And the lip color is also a bit dark. And I went through two samples, plus looking at many photos and reviews online and stuff, and I never saw one in which the lip color was properly applied in this. They were all crooked in a way, right? And in this case you can see that the lip color is tilted or rotated a little bit to the left compared to the lip sculpt. Now we compare that to the new one, and the lip color is way lighter, more natural, and at least to my eyes it looks like it matches the sculpt better. Now the sculpt itself of the face is very similar, and it is possible that it is the same, but I suspect that it is not. I think it's a little bit more sharp on the new figure. The tip of the nose seems like sharper on the new one compared to the old one. Again, these are very, very minimal differences in terms of sculpt, but the major difference, and in my opinion improvement, is in the coloring and the paint applications in general. Look at the eyes, right? Again, this changes from sample to sample, and the other one that I had a little bit more white under the iris compared to this one, and yet the new one still manages to make it smaller. I think the pupils are smaller, making it look a bit less cartoony and more in line to like this type of art. Anyways, on paper, these are very minimal differences, but I am very excited that Jada was able to release a new version of Ryu, because I've always been dissatisfied with this guy. One of my favorite characters from Street Fighter, and a very important figure in a Street Fighter collection, and so I'm very glad that now we have a version that better reflects the character from the game. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna leave you with some shots of the old guy that I took last week on a trip that I took. Thank you again for watching, and have a good day.